couldn't even truck a tractor full fast. I don't even think that was the intro I wanted to use, but guess what? We used it anyway. But anyway, computer issues going on here. New computers here. I just haven't switched over to it yet. But I think Mother Nature will make that decision this weekend. It might get done this weekend. If
We're not talking like that. We're talking positive.
Now we're going pull an 11 on Saturday, man.
I was going to say, if you have time to switch computers, you're not going to.
That guy over here is telling us, nope, we're going pulling Saturday. So
right there,
yeah.
Beast of the East.
Beast of the East. But Kendra's back. Yeah.
I think I'm done. I think I'm done Wednesday night ball games unless he makes All Stars. But then I don't know what that schedule would be like. So, but I'm pretty sure the girls are done, and I think Caleb's done. He only has weekend games. So,
yeah.
Well, that's cool. Guess what I was doing tonight, Kendra?
What's that?
I left the baseball game early to make it back. We had a game tonight. The field was good to play on. The infield was not flooded, and the outfield was just a tad soggy. So
I know my brother-in-law said there was supposed to be a game tonight, but he moved it to tomorrow, and it was quite soggy.
Wow.
Yeah, it looks like I'm done Wednesday night games, so we're all good.
You got the Bigfoot world wishing everybody a happy evening there, Duante and
yes,
Kendra, and got brother Blackie on here. David Blaylock, brother Blaylock, as we like to call him. We had an interesting long 4-hour show last night. And boy, oh boy, did we do a lot of learning, didn't we, boys? But that's okay. We learned not to no longer put the open live stream, come on backstage with us link out anymore to people we may not know.
Oh boy.
I'll just leave it at that. That won't happen any longer. If we do that, if we don't know you, you're not coming on the show. That's all I'm going to say. So I'll tell you all later after we're done here.
Hey, that sounds pretty like, oh boy.
Yeah, oh boy. It was a big old boy.
Sounds like you guys had Bigfoot join you for your podcast.
No, not quite. All I'm going to say is it's the wrong part of the anatomy when you're talking Bigfoot. But anyway, it was interesting. I don't see any LOLs because I know the two guys that's in chat here tonight. I think they were more mad about it than I was. That's okay.
Maybe they were amused.
Play like Peter was in the house. Yeah. Peter was in the house. We'll just leave it.
Oh my, that's terrible. I guess you were on too late. It's what happens when the midnight bells ring.
Actually, we were only an hour in when that happened.
Okay.
So, but there's trolls everywhere, especially in that subject. We're not the only channel that has a problem. So, well, that's the first problem we really had. So.
Even like on our Chapter 11 Facebook page, it's not even that active. Like I posted the video of our first firing of the engine, and that's the first thing we've done pretty much all winter. Mm-hmm. And we've been getting messages and comments and just random stuff. And, like you said, the trolls. It's terrible. People need to find something better to do with their time.
Robert Garaba's on.
Garaba is in the house.
Anyway, I had to actually clean up a post this week. There was something that was actually obscene on. It was like the first real obscenity that came across. I'm not going to elaborate it, but I had to pull it off the page because when you open Beast of the East post, you don't want to see stuff like that. So,
well, maybe some people do.
I'm sure it wasn't as shocking as what we dealt with there. I couldn't get to the delete quick enough.
Sickness is everywhere.
The sickness is everywhere.
Anyway.
Yeah,
so how much rain have you gotten up there?
Yes.
Can I run upstairs and check my rain gauge? I think we're in the.
I saw while you're looking at that, I saw a picture of the Somerset County Fairgrounds.
Yeah.
And they are underwater, like feet of water.
Yeah. Yes, it's bad.
So you're in a better spot than that, I'm assuming. you don't have 2 feet of water on the track.
Yeah. So here's the deal. Last week we had a low pressure system that got hung up over Kentucky, and that there gave Lebanon area approximately 4 to 5 inches of rain on that last rain.
Yeah.
And so this week we had this very same thing happen. The way the Gulf Stream is working, we had a low pressure area right over central Kentucky. And that is why we're getting all this moisture being pulled off of the Atlantic and in over us. And so I think that my tally here at my house is probably, I don't know, in the 3/4 of an inch range, possibly. I didn't look, but I'm guesstimating. It rained fairly hard today. But the way that the rain bands are running, it wouldn't surprise me if Lebanon would have got just a little bit more. But last weekend, there was a demo derby there, and Billy Smeltzer, our excavator, actually ran the roller over it and supposedly packed it in really hard with a steel Viber roller. Yep. And graded it to try to get it, because when they had the demo derby, there was soft spots in the middle because the track was crowned in from last year. So hopefully that there made the water run off the top, and the track conditions didn't get any worse.
You didn't miss anything, Deb.
So we're fingers crossed. We're not going to make a decision until Friday, where we have to look at the track and see how it probes and what it feels like. If it hopefully it holds, I think we'll be all right.
So I'm looking at the web now. This is weather.com, so take it for what it's worth. But it looks like, 50% chance of rain tomorrow, morning thunderstorms on Friday, 70%, and then only a 40% chance on Saturday morning. So hopefully you got time to let it dry out a little bit there.
So the whole thing is if the thunderstorms and stuff hold off and we don't get hit too hard with like major downpours, we should be all right.
I use WeatherBug. I've been using WeatherBug for probably like 7 or 8 years. It's been pretty tried and true. And you don't want it's 80%. I'm not saying they're accurate, but I'm just saying I got 80%. I got 60% tomorrow, 80% Friday, 80% chance of storms. Not 80% chance of rain. It's chance of storms. Mm-hmm. That's a good thing. And I do see partly sunny too. So we'll see. Sunday, if we pull Sunday, it's going to be sunny and 74.
Let's not pull on Sunday. That's my relaxed day.
Not in that area. That is not a place you pull on Sunday up there. No way. So if it holds true that 80% chance of storms tomorrow, tomorrow 60% chance of storms, not rain, but storms. 80% Friday of storms, 80% Saturday of storms. So if it don't storm, it don't rain, right? Well, that's the way I've always looked at it. So
I think that
David Blaylock, we've had 64 inches of rain, kind of a dry year. Now you got to understand, he lives in Oregon, on the West Coast. He's not far inland from the Pacific Ocean. So yeah, they get a lot of rain out there usually.
Well, guess what, David? In the year 2006, I was in Oregon and Washington State, and they have national forests called rainforests out there. So I know you guys get rain. Mm-hmm. I was in the rainforests in the Olympic Peninsula of Washington. And it was soggy crazy up there.
I guess you better get the tractor pulling and truck pulling. Huh? Yes. We're almost 10 minutes in, and we haven't mentioned what's Center Hall was the place to be Saturday. Snyder County truck and tractor pullers and the Central Pennsylvania tractor pullers put on a show there. Chad Packer and the crew. Good show. It was a good show, good track as usually is, and a couple of the diesel truck classes is just damn light this year so far. They're just light. I don't care where you're going to pull it; they're just not big numbers right now. So I know a lot of people are waiting on parts. We talk about it all the time. So
hopefully, it's going on here.
It's better. Yeah,
it was starting.
Yeah.
We were starting to have a little bit of excuse my French, a little bit of pucker going on here because we were afraid we weren't going to have our parts. But
Yeah.
if the mailman makes his rounds, we might have him by Friday, which will be nice.
Okay, Chris Beefish. I'll have a pool in the rain next Saturday. And Chris Cooper, before you start jumping on me for not getting your stuff up there, we'll put yours down below there.
The way you said that, it sounded like you're having a pool in the rain. In Luray.
And Luray.
Hooray for Luray.
But yeah, we'll go over the results here. Again, good pool. And we'll get to some other scheduled pools upcoming. And again, everybody start doing the no rain dance for Dwayne and the crew to get this Beast of the East.
Yes, sir.
First pool of the 2025 season off the ground for these guys. So anyway,
a lot invested in already, so we better make it happen.
Yeah, and I'm going to say also dirtvortex.tv. Dirtvortex.tv. You can. It's $24.99 a month, I believe, is the cost, and you can stream anything, everything they have on there for a month. $24.99 a month, and we were actually, for the first time, I was involved with that at Center Hall, at being the finish line camera, and I haven't watched it yet. Our video, I've been putting videos up by the classes, but that's going to be something I may be collaborating with Chase a little more on throughout the season in different areas as my schedule allows. So we'll see how that works out. We did have a couple minor issues, but I think we can get that ironed out pretty quick. So, and I'm sure Interstate's busy rocking and rolling too. So,
yeah, I'll go over some of their upcoming polls.
Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and get these results done from Center Hall. Started the night off with the enhanced farm tractors. Nice class of 10 of them. And picking up where he left off last year, Brooks Major took the win with the mystery case, case 970 at 316.96. He made 2 hooks. He was first hook of the class, and they reset the sled, I believe. And they did reset the sled, and he came back last hook and won it. Of course, nice. That's no surprise. Brooks is.
Yeah, it looks tractor. Like he put quite the lead on the field by 13 feet.
He put a butt whooping on him. Second was Mason Sudall with the War Wagon John Deere 6030 at 303.91. Third, Rick Houck with the Little Stinker 2 International at 292.43. Fourth was Ty Reininger with the No Bull International at 291.69. Fifth, DJ Boop with the Barnyard Kid. And
made it out.
If you hear Boop, you know it's a black stripe, 1066 at 284.19. At 6 was Matthew Sudall with a John Deere 6030 they now call internally damaged. It's a hard name to swallow if you got a pulling tractor. Do I really want to call it internally damaged? But anyway, 283 and 50. Yeah.
Maybe they're talking about the driver.
Could be. I don't know. I don't know him personally.
Sorry, that wasn't meant to be.
Blame Dwayne.
Yeah. 7th
was Brandon Ewing with the case 1070 called Rough Case at 280.53. 8th was Joe Mundrick with a 1066 International, 274.64. 9th was Mitchell Sudall. This is a tractor that I haven't seen yet with a John Deere 4455 at 273.13, and that's another one I think they'll have tore down. She got a little temperamental at the end of the run. And 10th, Matt Dersham driving the Smoking Bandit International, 50.51 feet. Did you want to do any, Dwayne, or you want me to keep going?
Sure. Which one do you want me to do?
Well, let's go ahead and do the 3.0 Limited Pro Diesel 4x4.
3.0. All
right. Big class.
Yeah. Coming in first place was Jason Heimbach with his Cummins powered 40 at 263.75. And in second place was Jared Brown from Williamsport with his Dodge called Bad Karma. He had 251.31. And that rounds out the 3.0 class for that pull.
Yeah, they only had 2 trucks. Next up, the 10,500-pound hot stock tractors. We got a new one to talk about here, man. And boy, that thing runs very well, and I love the look. I was talking to Chris yesterday about it, and it's at. I guess it's at the painters now. I guess they're redoing the hood and some stuff. Yes.
Real quick, John Foreman's just said that Sedal's new tractor is the old moving iron, he believes.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Thanks for
Thank
that
you,
little
John.
tidbit of information there, John.
Okay. Thank you, John. And speaking of John, we're going to talk about him in this next class. Taking a win, first time out, Corey Hoyt with a Case 970 they call worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, 322.91. And that was the longest pull of the weekend. We'll say that too, for the night, I mean. Taking second, Jeff Browninger with his international Red Law at 300.85. Third place is that guy right there in chat, John Foreman, with the 4430 John Deere. It's always something at 294.83. Fourth was Dennis Boop, again, 1066 Black Stripe, called Black Stripe Addiction, 294.74. Fifth was Brad Kramer with the 6030 John Deere, called Finch Road Deere, at 294.46. Sixth was Matt Houck with the Old Red International at 288.34. Wouldn't it be funny if it was a John Deere called Old Red? Stupid Jerry. 288.34. Seventh was Nelson Harding with his Ford 9000. That's now called the Road Gear Row Crop is the name of that tractor now. That's 267.33. And 7, 8. Oh, they misnumbered something. I got them. Ninth was Dave May. And if you don't know Dave May does a lot of the announcing for Snyder County now. He was out with his Oliver 1850 called Pain Management at 252.49. And
eighth place was a exhibition hook.
Yes, Shearpin 6030 John Deere at 256.97. I had it, Dwayne. I was just reading.
Yeah, I was. I was talking.
Easy on the old man, would you?
I was talking with somebody, and I asked him the same thing. I said, "Why did eighth place get kicked?" He's like, "It was an exhibition hook."
Yes.
And it got filed, and then it just got dropped out. That's why the results look the way they do.
I thought it was one of them illegal interstate proof one. I'm kidding, Kendra.
Probably.
Hey. There was a hot stock tractor there with Mitas tires on, so. Hey.
Is that why I got
fair
first
and
place?
Love and War, right?
Is that why I got first place?
No.
Oh, that wasn't even the one.
I ain't going there, and it's perfectly legal to run them there, so it's okay. But it's fun to pick on them about it.
Sometimes you do what you got to do, I guess.
Yeah, I'm going to save the truck classes for our truck guy over here. Next up is the Mod Turbo Super Farm tractors. Again, okay, there's a little bit of a mishap here. There was a laser issue with the first two tractors. They settled it their way, and that's fine. Everybody, as far as I know, was fine with it. And this is how the video results went. I double and triple checked to make sure, and this is how they went. Taking first, Mike Alston with the American International at 300.10. Second place, Tyler Wolliver with the Just In Case 930, 273.26. Third place tie, Eric Eberhardt with the International 660 called Hammered Down at 259.50. Also, Matt Dersham with the other half, International 706 at 259.50 as well. Fifth place was DJ Boop with High on the Hog, another Black Stripe International 1066, 147.28. And rounding out the class was Corey Eberhardt with the Gold Edition at 5 feet. Oh, you, man.
5 whole feet.
5 whole feet.
Run what you brung trucks. Is that what you got?
Yep.
All right. Coming in first place and run what you brung trucks was Chris Kasich with his Ford F350 called Hand Grenade. He had 211.53. And in second place was Justin Gordon driving a Dodge Ram 2500.
That's right.
At 155.38. And does anybody besides JR know what truck that was?
Yep. I bet Dwayne knows too.
Justin Gordon drove a Dodge Ram to 155.38. Does anyone know what truck he was driving?
Can I go
Used to-
watch the video?
Oh yeah, that would be a big giveaway, especially if it had the
this truck has
orange-
been around the circuit. It's been in the East Coast circuit for many years, and it's now owned by Justin Gordon. The truck used to be called Skeeter Control.
Yep.
And it's now
he got it back out. Good.
Yes. So Justin is running that truck after he
we screwed up.
annihilated his Ford at Beast of the East 2 years ago.
We screwed up.
A year ago. No,
We
2
didn't-
years ago.
We didn't give Robert Houck time to say I do.
Oh, come on, Robert. That's no fair. You were there.
What setup is he running? Do you know?
I think he's running a run what you brung, like a super open.
It's big
Wonderful
turbo.
runner.
The
Wonderful
truck,
runner.
the truck
Run the
ran
same
East Coast
test year. Yes.
3.6. Yeah, it's a 3.6 truck. Of course, I guess it went back to Pro Diesel Works. Bought it from Chris Mass, right? It went back to Pro Diesel Works, and then I guess they saw. I don't know. I don't know
I
who
think
had
it got passed and kind of sold,
It's back
not
and
really
forth.
sold, and
Yeah.
But
But anyway,
it was
played
a
a lot
partnership
with it.
originally between Chris Mass and Liddell, and I'm not exactly sure who owned the truck, but in the end, Liddell had the truck, and
yes,
then that went on to Justin Gordon. Is what I
Tara will probably see it some. So
yes.
that was his intentions when he had his misfortune at your pool, Dwayne.
Yes, that was a shame. It's sad to see somebody go down like that, but I'm glad that he's picking himself up and getting out there and pulling again. We appreciate it because we need everybody out there
We
pulling.
need trucks. We definitely need trucks for sure. 10 Open was the next class up. Chris Hoyt with the nutcase taking the win. 277.18. Man, I really wish we were just a little lighter with the sled on this class because these guys can put on one hell of a show. Second place was Corey Hoyt with stress case at 256.74, and rounding out third was Brad Kramer with the green-blooded John Deere 6030 at 220 and 64. And Dwayne, next up would have been the 2.6 Pro Street Diesel.
All right, 2.6. Coming in first place was Derek Smith with his limited time Dodge Ram. He had 297.38. In second place was the red Dodge Ram of Chris Lloyd. He had 293.34. And in third place, a Union County native, Kyler Zeckman, with 288.28. That rounds out the 2.6 class.
Yep.
And there's a lot more 2.6 trucks out there, but I think they're still coming.
Mm-hmm.
The way I understand it, there's guys waiting on engines, and there's, hopefully at least 7 or 8 total by the middle of the season.
Go ahead.
Next up, Pro Street Gas Trucks. Coming in first place was Jeremiah Fake from Myerstown with a Chevy K20. Had 263.21. And second place was Carl Barnhart
No
with a
relation.
Ford F3.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
No
She
relation.
said no relation. That's an
Oh,
awesome truck.
I'm
I love that
sorry.
truck.
I didn't think about it. Yeah, midlife crisis. He had 262.16. In third place was Mike Mitchell Jr. with his red Bone Crusher Ford. He had a 257.61. In fourth place was Jason Garris from Robizonia, PA. He had 250.88. In fifth place was Brandon Struble with a Ford called Mutiny. He had 246.17. In sixth place was Craig Shaner from Hughesville with a Unlimited Pleasure. He had 244.78. In seventh place, Mike Collar with a Chevy called Money Pit. He had 241.00. And in eighth place, Chris Brosman from Newmanstown with a Chevy had 231.17.
At the bottom of that class, when it's all said and done, Jeremiah Fake's truck is painted. I like it. Looks good.
Nice.
Just a nice, simple, common blue. It's pretty.
Good deal. That was a nice class of 8 trucks.
Yes. Keep going. You're not done.
Next class up was Wild Street. Coming in first place was Keaton Smith with a Dodge called Clean Slate. He had 267.38. In second place was Nick Bruner with a Dodge. He had 231.95. In third place was Kevin Riggle from Lock Haven with a Chevy called Night Train. He had 195.30. In fourth place was Dalton Evers with a Dodge Ram. He had 163.89. I'm sorry.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm not laughing at you. I would have said Dalton Evers, but
say this again. Oh,
Deutsch and American English is different, I guess.
Did I say Evers or Evers?
You said Evers. That could be. I don't know.
Sorry, Dalton. Didn't mean to butcher your name.
Diversity. That's what I like about it. Diversity.
I guess if I would have been there and listened to the announcer, I would have probably.
I couldn't hear him. It was Brian, actually. Brian was announcing, Brian Yeager.
Oh, cool.
That was a good show. Good show.
We have one more class.
Yes, we do. I'm waiting.
Last class was semis.
Exhibition.
Coming in first place was Will Chewy with his Peterbilt 379. He had 292.07. And in second place was Audie Pence with a Mack Superliner called Brutus. He had 287.75. That was it.
Yep.
That's
time.
Cool. Cool.
Now, Beast of the East coming this Saturday night. A lot of classes on hand. 7 p.m. May 17th, this Saturday, 7 p.m. At the Lebanon Area Fairgrounds. Dwayne, you want to go ahead and tell us the classes and kind of just give us an idea where the decision making is going to be right now, and et cetera, because it's going to be important. A lot of people are going to be glued to social media looking stuff.
Yeah, keep your eyes on social media. At this point, we're planning on planning on having our pool, but we will have to check towards the weekend and see what the weather's doing and make sure our track and our fairgrounds are still in good shape. This is going to be our first pool this year. Pit gates open at 2 p.m. Spectator gates at 5. Our pools start at 7. Admission is $15, 10 and up. $5 ages 5 and 9, 4 and younger free. Our classes are going to be Wild Street Diesel, 2.6 Pro Street Diesel, Street Legal Semis, Pro Street Gas 4x4 trucks. Then Atlantic Pro Pulling Points classes will be 3.0 Limited Pro Diesel, East Coast Diesel 4x4, Kendra, 466 Hot Farm, and 8500 Light Pro tractors.
Wow, that was a lot of work. He's out of breath.
Nah.
I was going to say, holy cow, took it right out of you, did it?
So a couple new things for us for this year, which we're really excited about. We now have a massive cement scale pad on the fairgrounds where we can put 2 scales on it and have plenty of runoff area, hopefully to check our hitches and everything before we hit the grass. It'll be easier to set our scales up and not have to worry about uneven ground. And second thing is that I just found out, which is even more exciting, is we have a brand new announcer's stand with registration in the bottom on the pit side. And we have a brand new sound system, an elaborate sound system, which has capability of talking to the pit area without talking to the spectator area. So we have full control. It's going to be obviously it's going to be brand new and hopefully everything works fine, but it's a modern system and it's user friendly. So we can tie. Does
that mean we don't have to walk all the way to the grandstands to get our checks at the end of the night?
Yeah, they will be on the pit side this time. So the tower and registration should all be set up. That nasty little shed that we trashed and butchered and trashed from moving, that was all rotted out, isn't there anymore. and so we're really excited about it.
Atlantic
And
Pro
the sound
Pulling
system
topic.
in the pits is super nice too.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was something that was something that we had asked for 2 years ago already, was if it gets changed, to have a sound system pointed to the pits so that the pullers can hear what's going on.
Yep.
We we have a new food vendor this year through the expo, so we're gonna have good food. It's
Ice cream. Ice cream.
Yep, somebody
Ice cream.
that's been there
Ice cream.
before.
Ice cream.
And yes, Farm Show Milkshakes is going to be back, and Farm Show Milkshakes is going to be benefiting 4-H. So
Cool.
Farm Show Milkshakes is going to be giving
Cool.
back for every milkshake $1 for every milkshake that they sell. Being able to contribute to our community, something that we don't get to do very often because of all the logistic that goes with running a big pull, but we're excited about it.
Yes.
Cool beans.
There will also be a pre-registration link, should come out either sometime soon. Hopefully it comes out either tonight or tomorrow, and you'll be pullers will be able to go on and pre-register and sign up. Even if the pull were to get canceled because of rain out, it's not it doesn't matter. But signing up ahead makes it a lot easier for the registration to get all the pullers lined up and signed up and in order. And yes, that will be for all the classes. So Atlantic pullers can sign up on that pre-registration.
Yep. For all their events is set up the same way. Yeah, they can.
Yes.
They can pre-register.
So if they, yeah, I think it would be better for the Atlantic Pro Pullers to sign up on the Beast of the East pre-registration, because that goes directly to our computer. If it goes to Atlantic Pro Pulling, then we'll have to she'll have to email them files over so they can be added. So either way, it doesn't matter. Oh, nice shirt, Kendra.
Yeah, this is the new East Coast Diesel 4-wheel drive pulling swag.
Oh wow!
It's got the logo, and then it's got all their trucks on the back.
How'd you get that?
She designed it.
Never mind. I know what shirt it is now. Okay. Never mind.
I had a nice little write-up of it. Had all the trucks from last year included.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. I remember somebody come knocking for photos. Yes. Anyway.
Yeah.
Robert, 2 tracks, always 2 tracks. Unless you have the carpool.
Maybe we'll have to get Robert to stand in the middle and shoot left and right. See how fast he can run when something comes down the middle.
Yeah.
No, we don't want that to happen.
He might do that during your classes. I know he's not going to turn Atlantic.
Yeah, I know.
No. Anyway, yeah.
So did anybody notice my goof up this morning on my Facebook post?
I didn't even see it. I don't think.
On the Beast of the East one, or
yeah, it's not there anymore. You're not going to find it. So I was doing the post, and it was 3 days and counting down. You don't want to miss East Coast Diesel 4x4 class, and I decided I will change it and add 466 Hot Farm into it and change it to the Atlantic Pro Pulling classes. And apparently somebody added the picture and never changed the wording. And this morning, like 15 minutes after it was up, I started panicking. I'm like, shoot, I forgot to change the wording.
Did you forget the class? Did you forget a class?
No, I didn't change. It said East Coast Diesel 4x4 class, and it had there was other classes to it, but I was only highlighting those 2. I was only highlighting those 2 classes. And so I had to pull a picture off of my post quick and edit it so that it didn't look. Tara says semis. No, we are having street semis, and we're having. It's also open to limited pro semis. We normally have a couple limited.
But you usually run those anyway. Yeah.
We don't advertise it because it's not a full paying class.
It's not a points pool or anything
Yes.
like that.
Right.
But it's open for
But you always run. You always run the street semi and
and then the limited
Well,
pro
pro stock.
semis after that. Yes, pro stock semis.
Yep. Been that way for many years. Aside
So
from
I'm-
the Gotcha.
Oh yes, sorry, Tara. Didn't mean to.
These damn kids,
Yeah, yeah.
Meaning
The
you,
reason-
Dwayne.
The reason for Tara, the reason I used Albert Brown's pictures because I thought it was a really cool picture, but I wasn't trying to. Yes, I wasn't promoting the class.
Okay.
Come on,
breathe,
who doesn't?
breathe,
Who doesn't
breathe,
like
Dwayne? It's okay.
Who doesn't like Albert Brown's truck with the front wheel off of the ground?
Albert Brown. I'll
It's
tell you
just-
what.
It's just an awesome picture.
Mhm.
He made a pass down at Berryville, buddy. That truck ran
Yep.
strong, very strong, very impressed. And yes, that wheel was in the air. Let's see, Beast of the East. I guess we're going there. Actually, I was so confused. I thought we were going to Boonesboro this weekend, but it's next couple. Well,
Not
May
yet.
20,
Another
May
week.
24th. May 24th, 6 p.m. We'll be at the Washington County Ag Center in Boonesboro, Maryland, with the modified four-wheel drive trucks, the ABC York 466 hot farm tractors, limited pro stock semi trucks, East Coast diesel four-wheel drive trucks, modified tractors, Weimer super stock pro stock tractors, and the pro stock four-wheel drive trucks. First time they will be there. Pro stock 4x4 trucks. May 24th, 6 p.m., Boonesboro, Maryland. And if you've never been there, you must go. That is a great venue, and it is a great event, and there's a lot of people there. Good time. Make sure you're there.
You see Tara's latest post there. Don't do that to us. We're still waiting on parts. Because Boonesboro will be their first pool.
Oh, yeah. True.
So she's saying give them another week.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was thinking, I said, we're getting ready to go to Boonesboro. I'm like, man, they're getting a lot of rain out in the mountains. And I realized, wait a minute, we're going to Beast of the East first. I had the weekends crossed up. But,
yeah.
don't
Yeah,
worry, I didn't tell
Tara.
anybody, Tara.
Tara, you have no idea how much stress we're under right now. Our parts are supposed to come one day before the pull. Let's see if we can have it together and go on by then.
Yeah.
Not good.
That's what makes pulling fun.
Yeah. When you
It's the grind.
when you tell your family that they're second because pulling comes first.
There's a difference between a night and in general.
Yes.
Yes, for one weekend.
June 7th, 6 p.m., we go back to the Clark County Raritan Fairgrounds in Berryville, Virginia for the Pro Stock 4x4 trucks, modified 4x4 trucks in the Weimer Super Stock Pro Stock Tractor class. June 7th, 6 p.m. June 14th, we're right back in Lebanon with Dwayne and the crew with the Beast of the East at 7 p.m. The 3.0 diesel trucks, East Coast diesel 4x4 trucks, and the Weimer Super Stock Pro Stock trucks, and a whole host of other
Trucks, tractors.
trucks and tractors that Beast of the East themselves put on too. So
Yes.
we'll get a rundown of that here in the next couple of weeks with Dwayne. June 21st, 6 p.m. Put it on your calendars. Winchester, Virginia, the Winchester Power Pools with the Pro Stock 4x4 trucks. And there's more classes to be determined. Tara's in chat. Tara can let us know if there's other classes. My schedule's not showing them in front of me here, so maybe she can go ahead and give us a listing on that. June 28th at 6 p.m., we're back at Boonesboro, Maryland, at the Washington County Ag Center. Again, lots of classes, man. Modified 4x4 trucks, ABC York Hot Farm tractors, limited Pro Stock semi, East Coast diesel 4x4 trucks, modified tractors, Weimer Super Stock Pro Stock tractors, and the Pro Stock 4x4 trucks will be there once again, June 28th. And I'm going to stop there. We won't get into July just yet. So get out and support Atlantic Pro Pulling. Get out and
I'll
support
hit
them all.
Interstate
East
real
of the
quick.
East. Yep, we're going to Interstate. Kendra wants to talk. I'm going to shut up now and let her talk. She's got a lot of time. She's got a lot of talking to make up for herself.
Anyway, why don't you tell us what happened in the last month that you were missing?
A lot of ball games.
Yes.
A lot of ball games.
Supporting her family.
Yeah, I have 2 nieces and a nephew, ages ranging from 5 to 7 or 5 to 10. Well, he's almost 10, as he says. But yeah, they are on 3 different teams that all play down in Boonesboro, Sharpsburg. So I'm at the ball field 3 to 4 nights a week, and unfortunately, a lot of them happen to be on Wednesday nights. So sometimes I could make it back up, but if the games didn't start till 6, even if it's a less than 2-hour game, that gets me home at like 8:30 or 8:45. So at that point, till I get my computer out and all that, it's 5 minutes of showtime. Anywho, how? So in the interstate world, coming up here, this Saturday, Mont Alto, Pennsylvania, $10 for adults 6 to 12 years old is $5 and under are free. Classes on hand will be 4,500 modified small block trucks, 7,800 modified, 7,700 light limited turbo, 11,000 pound hot farm, 19,000 small block mini, 2050 big block minis, and the 9,500 farm stock with an 8 mile per hour. Almost said time zone speed limit. I had continuing education today, so I had a lot of time just staring at a computer with mindless work. Then next Saturday, as Chris Pete Fish said earlier, May 24th at 5 p.m. start time, rain date of Sunday at 2 p.m. $10 to get in again. That'll have the 11,000 pound hot farm, 10,000 pound pro farm, 8,500 mod turbo, 6,200 street 4x4, which is actually like a modified street, 8,500 wild street trucks, 9,000 pound farm stock, 11,000 pound farm stock, and open diesel trucks. I don't see a mile per hour on the farm stock. Yeah. The best part about this was in the middle of our like CPE is what they call it. So you have like 50-minute sessions back to back to back that you have to get because I'm a professional. I have to have so many hours each year, blah, blah, blah. Well, anyway, they had on the agenda that they were going to have a stretch break. And I'm thinking, okay, it's like any other stretch break where you can get up, go get a snack, whatever. Well, next thing I know, like on my computer or like through my speakers, it says like, and now we will roll our shoulders. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's like, and now we will roll our ankles. 1, 2, 3. And then I look at my screen and there's a lady like just in a gym all by herself, sitting in an office chair, like doing these random stretches. And I'm like, I have never in my life. And like the comment section was wild. Like this one guy was like, lady, I'm 67 years old. If I've been like that, I'm not getting back up or something. But yeah, we literally watched this lady do stretches in the middle of our accounting CPE classes today. Wow. Anyway, yeah, that was the brightest part of my day was that. Also, May 24th, Craigsville, Virginia, Drive-In Motorsports Park. They're going to have a bunch of other local classes, but they'll also be having the 7,800 modified and 6,200 two-wheel drive class there. Then I'll do the first week of June. Believe it or not, Interstate will be at 3 pools on June the 7th. First one being Two Top here in Mercersburg, 10,000 pound pro farm, 8,500 mod turbo, 4,500 small block trucks, 13,000 farm stock with an 8 mile an hour limit, and a local 9,500 farm stock nutrient ag class with an 8 mile an hour limit. Also on June the 7th, the 7,800 modifieds will be at Buck Motorsports Park. I think there's a whole other slew of classes there that day. And then on June 7th, again, with the Atlantic Pro Pulling class, there will be the 8,500 Wild Street and the 6,200 Street 4x4. So I'm assuming that's a copycat to their original hook here, or hook there. When were we there? Beginning of May, middle of May, or April?
Where at?
When were we at Berryville?
Oh,
That was the last week in
Berryville.
April.
Yes.
Yeah.
April 26th.
Yeah. Also wanted to give a shout out. Coming up here this weekend in Nashville, Illinois, is the Pullers Championship. Big pull they have out there. Chris Hoyt with the Nutcase is headed out, and so is John Mans with the Crazy X. We wish them nothing but the best. Pretty fun pool to go to. Norm and I were out there 2022, I believe. First in the year for the 3.6 trucks, and now that we're a big single, maybe we'll have to try for next year, as long as we can convince Beast of the East to have some flexibility with us.
Hey, Chase.
yeah. I was panicking a little bit
Fun
that we
time
have
to go
a
out
point
there.
goal.
Dwayne will be in touch with you, Chase.
Yes, sir.
I'll leave it at that.
He reached out to me last week, and it was kind of I am having a lot going on at work, plus trying to get this all done, and sometimes I just don't get done what I need to get done. So I will reach out to you, Chase.
Okay. Is that a wrap for Kendra then on Interstate, or?
Yep, that's a wrap for Interstate.
I'm going to go back to the Winchester, Virginia event. June 21st. It will be Pro Stock 4x4 trucks, modified 4x4 trucks, and the ABC York Hot Farm tractors will be the Atlantic Pro Pulling classes, and I think there'll be a couple other classes there, not associated, but part of the event, local classes. So be there, June 21st, Winchester Power Pulls. Winchester, Virginia, and that is the what is something? I forget the name of that particular fairgrounds there. On the tip of my tongue, but anyway, everybody knows where they
Winchester, Virginia.
Everybody knows where they pull in Winchester, Virginia. So, Stonewall Ruritan. Stonewall Ruritan grounds. There we go. I know. I think of it. Lots of stuff to do. Lots of pools coming up.
I got something too to shout out.
Right. Oh, we're not done. Go right ahead, man.
Oh, or do you want to do it? Am I taking it from you?
From who?
What are you saying?
Snyder County.
Yeah, go ahead.
Coming up. Snyder County coming up June the 7th, 6:30 p.m. Admission is $10. They're going to be at the old colony.
Dwayne.
Oh, sorry. Moment of silence. Because he never talks. No,
Brian. He does. He got him to type that one time here a couple weeks ago. He actually typed
Brian, get your tractor together. I'm expecting to see you on Saturday. Get her done. Come on. Anyway.
He's building an alcohol super. He ain't got time for it.
He's building an alcohol super. Tell me where the shop's at. I want to go see this thing.
I shouldn't say that stuff because people take that crap to heart.
Yeah.
JR said
JR said it
it's
the
other
other
joke,
evening.
People. It's a joke.
Anyway, back to Snyder County, June the 7th, 6:30 p.m. Admission is $10 and 10 and under is free. Classes are going to be enhanced farm tractors, hot stock tractors, 2.6 Pro Street diesel trucks, Pro Street gas trucks, 3.0 Limited Pro diesel trucks, and the Light Pro 4.1 Limited combo class. Let me switch over here. Fawn Grove got nixed, right?
No, I don't think so. Not yet. No.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Fawn Grove's still.
My bad.
Nicole, I don't know if she's in here tonight or not. But tell us
June the 28th, 6 p.m. is the Union County West End Fair Summer Pool. It's always a really awesome pool to go to. It's nice and cool up there in the mountains. The classes there are going to be enhanced farm tractors, hot stock tractors, 2.6 Pro Street diesel, 3.0 Limited Pro diesel trucks, Pro Street gas trucks, Mod Turbo Super Farm, and Light Pro 4.1 Limited Pro tractors. That is on June the 28th at Laurelton. June the 27th, Fawn Grove, 2.6
No.
Pro.
May 17th has been canceled.
Okay.
I just read it. I'm on their page now. It says she posted
That
May
was-
8th that it was canceled.
That was a local antique pool, right? Anyway,
Looking for
on
the
the
schedule.
On the schedule here, I have Fawn Grove on June the 27th with 2.6 Pro Street and 3.0 Limited Pro diesel trucks starting at 7 p.m. And moving
anyway, May 17th is canceled for Fawn
Yeah.
Grove. Sorry.
That takes us to the month of July. Should I go into July?
It's up to you. We waited, but obviously you're itching to talk, so.
I'm done.
We don't want you to run out of breath. I'm going to start sending oxygen.
We don't want to get ahead of our skis here. We have a lot of stuff going on in the end of May and June yet, and we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves.
Yep, that's fine. We'll start talking about July very soon, believe me.
Yeah, it'll be here before we even know it.
What event next Saturday, Craig, are you talking about? It's the stuff I had it on the screen here a little while ago. Dwayne or Kendra or somebody was talking.
Southeastern Ohio Pulling Series next Saturday, May the 24th at Outback Motorsports Park in Bealsville, Ohio. 6,200 modified stock gas truck, 62 Pro stock gas, 62 cheater stock, 95 open turbo, 75 super modified. Cheater, you don't like the cheaters?
There's no cheating in pulling.
2.6 smooth bore, 8,200 work stock, and 95 466 hot farm.
Yep. I presume that's what he was talking about. Okay. I had it on the screen. What more do you want? Just kidding. Okay.
Anyway, if for everyone out there, make sure you don't miss Beast of the East this Saturday, Lebanon Valley Expo Center.
Now, once again, before we get off here, Kendra's starting to fall asleep. Her eyelids looking heavy. That would be mine, actually. I just have mine.
I'll zip it up and let Kendra go from here.
Anyway, the plan for Beast of the East is beginning Friday morning. What is your protocol for what could be unfortunate?
So
weather?
I would say that our final call will probably be toward Friday evening. So on Friday morning, we'll be checking the fairgrounds, watching the weather, and seeing how it pans out. We're still not going to know the exact weather patterns for the thunderstorms they're calling for Saturday until almost go time. You know how it goes. Thunderstorms pop up and all of a sudden they're on you. We had that happen. I had that happen to me once this year at a pool where the thunderstorm on the radar showed that it was going to clearly miss, and it just kicked out the side and it dumped inches of rain on us.
Yes.
And so
we've also had a scenario at your pool up there where it rained, worked the track, and I told Dwayne, I said, you got a window. It's going to rain again. I said, but you got a window, and they kicked it in another gear and got the pool done. Did an amazing job at night. You guys did a hell of a job at night.
I remember facing west on the track there, watching all the lightning to the west, and you just keep on, doing one after the next, and the next thing you know, we were done.
We got in the truck We got in the truck, got down the street, maybe a mile and a half, 2 miles, had to pull over. We could not see to drive. It was raining that hard. Wow.
Yeah, it's that's where Mother Nature cooperates. So fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Like I said, we did have an extreme amount of rain up in Lebanon area, and this time around a fair amount of rain. But we're hoping that everything works out. So we'll be checking on the track in the fairgrounds, and we'll try to do we normally do a final call fairly early. We don't wait until 2 hours before the event unless something
stupid happens.
The weather,
I mean,
the weather really whacks
it could
out.
stop raining. It could stop raining Friday, and then hey, we're good to go. And it could rain 1 hour before start time. I mean, it happens. Nobody is at fault. That's just the way it happens. But we're not trying to put you on the spot, but we just want to get out a general idea on social media. If you had to make a decision,
Facebook is the first place to look. If anybody is wondering what's going on, check Facebook. It's basically our connection to what's going on. And hold on.
Uh-oh.
Arnold Palmer looked pretty good.
Like I said, it was a day.
I'm sorry. I noticed something. Anyway, we'll
been drinking it the whole show.
I haven't been paying attention until just now. We will make our final call because we want to be respectful to all the pullers that actually travel long distance. So if somebody's coming a day early, I can't guarantee that we'll know exactly what's going on till last minute. But as of now, let's go pull.
3.0 diesel 4x4. What's special about your pull for the 3.0 diesel trucks?
Special?
Yes. It will be their very first.
Yes, very first time out on the track. So hoping that we have
it'll also be their very first points hook.
Yes.
For Atlantic Pro Pulling.
For 3.0 Atlantic Pro Pulling.
For Pro Pulling League. Atlantic Pro Pulling. Yes. Get out and support it. Come on, guys.
League.
Time for the big stage. Absolutely. Okay.
Trying to think if I missed anything. I don't think so. Sometimes when I walk away, I'm like, oh shoot.
You didn't walk away. Kendra, you're blanking around or something's going on there. You just like froze up and then you jumped.
My computer's starting to act weird.
Yep. Yes, it is. She's getting ready to lose service there because she spoke and her lips didn't move, and then when she was done talking, her lips moved.
The computer's going to sleep because she didn't move enough.
Something. But anyway,
and there's a big blotch of green right to the west of me on my radar, so that's probably part
just
of
what they need. More rain to the west of you, believe me. That place is deluged right now.
Yeah, did you see Westernport, Maryland and Somerset?
Bad.
Holy smokes.
Myersdale, the fairgrounds there is, would you say, under a foot or two of water or something?
It's looks like a lake. Yeah.
Appalachian Outlaws, I think, had posted that it was underwater. And they're still planning on having some kind of event this Saturday.
My news connection out there is Kevin Landis. He works for Johnstown TV station out there, has for many, many years. And usually Kevin's on it. He'll get something on Facebook pretty quick. If there's disaster going on out there. And sure enough, today I saw he had some stuff posted. Yeah, it's a shame. You know, I know we all need the rain because technically we're in a drought. This is going to put a dent in it, but this is a hard way of putting a dent in it, especially when you're out there in the mountains right now. So prayers for those people.
I just want to have a nice, clean May pull. Last year, May pull got rained out, and now this year, I thought that the way the weather patterns were running, we would be able to crank it out, but this low pressure system getting stuck over the eastern Midwest is kind of throwing a wrench in the plans. Creates a lot of uncertainty.
Greensboro, prime example. Greensboro, 2 weeks ago, that pool was canceled by Greensboro Fire Department. canceled that pool, and their understandably, their impression was they were going to receive rain, and obviously, when you're putting out that kind of money for a large show, you got to make sure you are confident enough to get the butts in the seats to help pay the bills, and that was a concern. And it rained everywhere. It rained here, and I'm an hour, just a hair over an hour away from them. And I mean, it rained here. It rained good, poured rain, but it didn't rain there. Unfortunately for them, could they have had the show? Yeah, but you don't know that. You don't know that at X amount of hours in the morning prior to your event going on. When if it's going for rain, you obviously have to say, hey, can we afford to take a hit, get butts in the seats or whatever? So the board of directors at the fire company there canceled that event. So anyway,
Yeah,
it happens. It happens. But you could have got everybody there ready to pull, and the skies could have opened up. So who canceled that pool again? Yes, Greensboro Fire Company canceled that pool. I'm not going to say it again. I'm going to leave it there.
well, one thing I can say is that when you put all this time and effort into doing organizing and doing all the pool, most people don't realize that this is almost a full-time job.
Yeah.
Putting all this together, and it's not just on my shoulders. That I have other partners that do. Some of them do a lot more work than I do, but this here creates a little bit of anxiety when you have all the money invested into advertising and getting it all ready, and you have a lot of people relying. You have workers that are coming in. You have sleds scheduled, you have points classes coming in, and then the weather just wants to throw a kink in it. So I was trying to keep my nerves from fraying out this week.
And pullers, pullers drive a long way. Pullers don't just live right around the corner. I mean, especially guys dedicated to points. In our case, they're coming from Virginia, somewhere PA,
Southern Maryland.
somewhere Maryland. I mean, in case you haven't noticed, the cost of fuel in these states isn't going down much. So, so if we can help them out, we thank them for supporting, the point series. Whether you're running points or not, you still come to support these promoters. They got to take that in consideration too, because they want you to come back again. If you make a stupid decision, it's a tough call. It's a job I don't want as a promoter.
This is something that we do because we enjoy this sport. It's our passion.
Yeah.
And we have to, we don't want to pay to put on the shows. We want to make sure that it is something that pays for itself.
Yeah.
And so we just keep chugging along. And as long as people show up and there's an interest in it, we're more than happy to put all the time and effort into making this happen. Because it's something that you don't want to just drop, because we put 10 years in this, and we're not going to let a little bit of rain get us down.
Social media can be your best friend, and it can be your enemy. I mean, social media is a great thing. It's a free tool, and it's a great place to get your information out, your events out there and stuff. But it's also a place where people can come at you very ugly because you canceled a pool. And how dare you cancel that pool? Those people are not paying the bills. Okay, so shut up. Simple as that. It's a free world. It's freedom of speech. Yes, but don't drive it in the ground, people, like I'm doing with the subject, because I shouldn't be talking about it. But social media people, you got to understand. There's a lot of difficult decisions made in any motorsport when it comes to weather.
Well, something that people don't realize is they are pullers. They want to go watch a pull, and they come up with this crazy idea. Well, guess what? You could have pulled because it didn't rain. It didn't rain them 5 minutes or the 2 hours. You could have pulled. Come on. But the whole thing is you it's an all-rounded event. It's everything combined makes it complete. And if spectators don't show up because they don't want to get rained on or wet rear ends from sitting on soggy stands.
And then complain about that.
Yeah.
Why did you have the pool? You knew it was going to rain.
Yeah. Well,
you know,
everybody that comes out to enjoy our show contributes a little bit to the final result of the show, and which is premiums and the cost of the expenses for everything. So if we feel like we can't bring enough of people in because the weather is going to knock it down, that's a factor too. It's a business decision. So it's not just could we have a pool or couldn't we have a pool?
And that's coming from a promoter, folks. Okay, promoter's been doing this 10 years or more.
Yeah,
that's not just another happy face on the internet here talking. It's a promoter who's got to pay the bills, him and his crew.
Yep.
And that's a prime example. He's telling you right here. Can you afford? You've got a 90% chance of rain coming. And it is raining all around your event. Can you afford to have 50 people, 100 people in your stands? No, you can't. So
it's a little bit different being a promoter that's not attached to a fair. So a lot of these
standalone,
a lot of these fairs capitalize on the insane amount of people that come out to enjoy the rides and the food and everything that gets involved with that. And when you run a pulling event that's not associated with a fair, there's a little bit of a different atmosphere around it. You have to work to get everybody in there. I
just seen Kendra roll her eyes. She's getting tired. I'm kidding.
Funnel cakes and milkshakes, Kendra.
I'm just ready to go pulling.
She knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep the soapbox over there and not getting on it too.
That's right. Clearing the air. Just clearing the air, Kendra. Just clearing the air.
So hopefully I wasn't ranting too much, but that's
good to hear that come from a
broad picture of what it's all about.
Yep.
It's not.
That's why you're here, Dwayne.
I'm not crying the blues or anything. It's we really enjoy what we do, but we do make a lot of business decisions that don't have anything to do with our passion for pulling.
Right.
It's all about the numbers in the end.
Ain't nobody got. See, I understand fans. Fans look forward to something that boom, gets ripped out from under them. I'm that guy. I hate it when a pool gets canceled. I hate it, but I understand. I've seen it enough, been around it enough. I understand. But I'm glad you told that story, Dwayne. It's good.
If it does rain, it's kind of ripped out from under us too as promoters because we're the ones that are losing money. Our spending money on an event doesn't start on the day of the pool; it starts way before that. So,
and that's a good correction. You are right. You're losing money either way.
Yeah. So we've been paying to have this pool long before today. So, either way, it's not the end of the world, but it's a business decision.
DVDs are burned, by the way. I'm actually up to snuff. I'm caught up with DVDs being burned all the way through Center Hall. I'll get them up on the website soon. Not that DVD sales are huge like they used to. Well, they never were really huge. But
I was going to say, who has a DVD player?
We do have YouTube. YouTube,
yes,
it's there.
We do.
We try to keep that one a day at least one video a day. So, and I'm not going to give you all the brand new stuff right away, but so far that's been happening. Because YouTube's algorithm is just fun. So.
Well, I was promoting EEP polling videos tonight at the ball game. I told the guys I had to leave early. I was like, "Hey, if you want to see what goes on in polling, EEP polling videos, come on in."
Love to have you. Come on in. That'd be cool to have I'm a little timid after last night about just inviting any Tom, Dick, or Harry in here, but literally. But it'd be cool to get some fan perspective sometime. We'll see. We keep saying we'll have an open mic night, but last night shot that all to hell. So open mic night's we're gonna pull the reins back in on that. So
open night mic is for people that butcher songs at karaoke.
Man, it can go awry real quick. It can get ugly real quick.
Especially when there's a camera involved.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah. we'll leave it there. Hey, we're an hour and 10 minutes in. Kendra, so happy to have you back. It's cool.
Yep.
And Dwayne, we got our fingers crossed, buddy. But keep an eye out. If we have to, not that a live stream does anything quick, but they can always jump on. Hopefully, we don't have to, but I will if you want.
Yep, that's fine.
We can do a yay or nay. I can come on for 5 minutes, say yay or nay. So
we'll play it. We'll play it one day at a time. We have a couple of days yet. We have 2 more days to go, and just fingers crossed that the weather patterns shift and Mother Nature plays us some good cards, and we'll be rolling.
Yep. And Atlantic Pro Pulling on Facebook, Atlantic Pro Pulling LLC online, Beast of the East
Pulls, beasteastpulls.com.
and also on Facebook, Beast of the East. My name, Jerry Richardson, Eastern Extreme Pulling, Eat Pulling videos, whatever. There's like 3 pages on Facebook. You'll be able to find an answer soon enough.
Yep, it'll be on beasteastpulls.com. It'll be on there. So we just keep moving on. No news is good news.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. I'm not going to keep dragging this out. So I'm tired. I'm going to bed. It's still early. Yeah. Kendra's already asleep. She's like, "Shut up, guys. Let's go."
I'm like, yep, bed.
Yeah. Well, you got through tax season anyway, so.
Yep. Got through it. Barely, but I got through it.
Okay. The rest of you all, hopefully we'll be back Wednesday with some Beast of the East results. Atlantic Pro Pulling and their local classes there with Beast of the East. So next Wednesday, 8 p.m., that's the game plan. And I guess we'll see everybody then. Cool.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Good deal.
You got the wave back. You guys
see
hang
y'all
tight.
next one.
Back. All right, see ya.